I always do. Hey, Matt, what are these photos for? Sorry, I'm looking at them. I don't know how to turn
Oh,
them.
yes. I wonder why you were going sideways.
Oh, they're the neighbor on Beach Ave.
They're for Beach
you.
Ave. Okay.
I'm sorry. Yeah, if you're the neighbor on Beach Ave who lives to the right of the house.
Yeah, I thought so because I was like, what? I forgot if it was.
It's the view from his second floor or his backyard looking at the garage.
Yep. Yeah, because I remember that house. I did make my way out to Sherlock this time around.
I did too. And
Did you book a flight?
Well, I went to the other one off Lake, and I was like, well, I'm pretty close. I might as well drive down there.
the exact same thing. I went to Pearson, and I was like, well, I'm 5 minutes away.
Pearson. Yeah, and I was like, I might as
I
well.
guess I don't have an excuse this time.
My dog likes them when they're really spread out because then she gets to go on a longer adventure.
All right, we are live now.
Funny. All right, thank you. Good evening, everyone. This begins the pre-meeting of the February 18th, 2021 Zoning Board of Appeals hearing for the City of Rochester. The pre-meeting is a time where board members review cases with staff. There is no participation by applicants or by the public. So before we get going with any case questions that you may have, I'm going to run through for each of the cases to do site visits. So for case number 2, 96 Martin Street, are there any board members present that did not visit the site?
I did not.
Okay, and you are recusing, so you told me that. Great, thank you. Case 330 Waring Road, any board members not visit the site?
I did not.
Case number 4, Pearson Street, anybody not visit the site?
I did not.
And case number 5, 213 Beach Avenue, anyone not visit the site?
And I did not.
Great, thank you all. All right, we can get started. I should say this too. Case 1 was removed from the agenda. The agenda was uploaded to the city's website with the revision that it was not going to be heard tonight. So we'll be starting with case number 2, which is 96 Martin Street, corner property fencing request. Any questions on this one?
Yeah, I mean, the applicant referred to a fence at the corner of Northland and Goodman. I wondered, not that that's really crucial to this case, but was that legal or don't we know?
That I don't know off the top of my head.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Any questions on number 3 is 30 Waring Road. This is kind of an interesting one because it's connected not to an applicant request. Well, it's an applicant request, but it's connected to the city doing a street reconstruction project. So the staff report addressed this a little bit. So what happens when the Department of Environmental Services is in the process of planning a street reconstruction project? The preliminary plans are sent out to all the reviewing agencies, which include city, county, as well as utility companies. And one of the things we look for is to try to make some determination on the driveways. So this particular property, which has a fairly substantial amount of frontage because it has 2 streets being a kind of a triangle, the driveway on the Culver Road side is legal because it leads to legal parking. But the driveway on the Waring Road side, which I'm making an assumption based on historic GIS photos, has been there for a very long time. Just the street hasn't been redone. Needs review and approval. So it is to legalize, but it's not in code enforcement on the staff report, like I said, because it's directly related to a city project. So any questions on this one?
Yeah, so is it their lot that goes all the way to that point, or is some of that the city's?
No, their lot goes all the way to that point. So their parcel itself, it's about 4/10 of an acre, so it's fairly substantial. So they have the 2 street frontages, of course, but it's all theirs. It's all private land.
Cool. Thanks.
Any other questions on that one? Pretty straightforward. Case number 445 Pearson Street. Any questions on this one? And the last case, 213 Beach. As the staff report notes, it's a bit of an interesting case because it's connected to a larger project, but the larger project does not require a variance. So you can certainly talk to the owner about, you know, does the garage variance kill the project, you know, just for background information. But what's being reviewed here is the height of the garage, which its proposed location is approximately in the same location as the existing garage.
Matt, the only question I had, there was nothing zoning or code related to the living space above the garage. That was the only issue of that.
Yeah, that's a good question. And it came in on some of the public feedback, so it makes it a really good question. You're talking about, so they're claiming it to be unheated storage space. The drawings reflect unheated storage space. So they're not proposing for anything to happen up there based on this application. I know, I think a month or two ago, there was a garage height that was conditioned that it can't be converted to anything.
I thought I saw a bed in these plans. Am I losing it?
In the garage? There's floor plans for the house in there.
Oh, Joe and then put the house in here. I got confused when I was in the car. Okay.
Yeah, I included the house because it was part of the larger plans. But above the garage, it's labeled, I believe the words are unheated storage.
Got it. Don't drive and read plans at the same time.
Yes, that's a good lesson.
Okay, I'm good.
Okay, anybody else have questions on this one?
Can I backtrack really quick?
Say that again?
Can I backtrack really quick?
Yeah, of course. What's up?
Is Pearson was that a double lot? Or is it just a?
It's a large lot. The parcel is, the parcels on that southern side of Pearson have a significant amount. I think it's like 250 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Let me pull it up here. Yeah, the parcel itself is over a half an acre. Yeah, the frontage is 88 feet. So if you're thinking of a typical city lot as being like 45, yeah, it's got at least double the width and then like quadruple the depth.
Yeah.
So it fits, it's just really, really a big garage.
Yes, it's.
Going back to Beach Avenue, you were talking before about the feedback that you shipped out yesterday night. And I opened it up and I was able to read everything today, but the 3 photos I was not able to open. I downloaded it, but it said it sounds like it seems that the files have been renamed. And that's obviously if the rest of you are able to see them, but it's something with my computer.
I'm going to share them right now, and we'll share them, of course, during the hearing as part of the record, but I'm hoping you can all see that. So this is from the property owner if you're facing the subject property just immediately to the right. I think it's 217 Beach. He sent in 3 photos, and that's the first one. And bear with me here, guys. I guess 2 are actually the same or similar. And then what you're looking at here is a view from the submitting commenter's property looking at the garage on the left here. And the last one is basically a version of the first one from the patio looking at the garage.
Okay, so it seems if the rest of you were able to open that, there's something is not working properly in my computer. Everything else is fine though. So
Cool.
Thanks for showing those to me.
Yeah, of course. Any other questions on any of them from anybody? Alrighty, very good. All right, we will take a timeout and resume at 6 p.m. for the public hearing. So until that time, to anyone watching on YouTube, there'll be a new stream starting at 6 p.m. for the hearing. So we'll see everyone at 6.